That's more like it. City 3, Aston Villa 1. That's what we like to see. Game review, let's go. So a much better performance all around from the team this game. Scoring 3 goals in the first half, conceding 1 in the second, which was a bad goal to get onto. But yeah, very good performance all around for a number of reasons. Firstly, a lot of the right personnel were chosen to play this game. The likes of Ruben Diaz returned, Aymeric Laporte stepped in, Kyle Walker kept his place at right back, Bernardo Silva coming in at left back. Like, these are our, well, apart from Bernardo Silva at left back, that is our first choice that we could pick from at this moment in time. The likes of Ake, Akanji, although Ake's been doing great, he drops out. Same with Akanji and Rico Lewis, who really are our second string back four. It's no surprise that we look so much better once the top dogs step back in. And that's what we need to keep doing going forward. Keeping Kyle Walker at right back, Ruben Diaz leading from the back, Aymeric Laporte in there as well. Whoever's at left back, that's up for debate, but I think between Ake and Bernardo, yeah, that's fine. I completely forgot we had Sergio Gomez there, but he could step in every now and then maybe. But yeah, main thing was the right personnel were chosen for this game. Slowly but surely, Pep is getting back to the right solution for all our problems. So step 1 was flirting around with bringing players back in like Laporte, Walker and Bernardo Silva a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of games ago. Now this is part 2. All of the right players are playing. You got KDB, Bernardo, Gundo, Rodri, Diaz, Walker, Laporte, they're all playing. A bunch of these players have been in and out of the side or not been playing recently due to the whole happy faces thing. But yeah, they're all back in now. Hopefully they're here to stay. This better not be Pep's rotated side. He's actually saving Ake and Akanji for Arsenal. That better not happen. This is step 2. The right players are back in now. We just need to get the right formation. We're almost there. We're kind of playing with a 3-2 formation still that I don't like. But Bernardo Silva, as one of the 2 in midfield ahead of the 3, he did step back and kind of flirted playing at left back some of the time. So we're almost there. We're almost at 3 for 3 now. Step 3 is going back to a back 4. Well, to be fair, this is kind of the back 4, just Bernardo Silva at left back. Just we don't have a left back, so it looks more like a 3-2. But yeah, having Bernardo at left back solves a couple of those problems. He's basically playing Zinchenko's role, inverting into midfield. Although actually, he's doing Zinchenko's role and way more. He's all over the pitch last night. He was all over the spot. He was basically our utility man last night. I've seen someone say he was like a false 9. I think it was Sam Lee said he was like a false 9, but just came way deeper. He was just the extra man all over the park. Yeah, good solution to our left back problems. Do I think he'll be up against Saka on Wednesday? I'll talk about that maybe later on or in another video, but slowly but surely we're almost back to Pep having no excuses basically. Like, if we dropped points last night, we could have blamed Pep for playing a 3-2 formation again, but slowly but surely we're getting there, and hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Also a good bounce back from the Spurs defeat last weekend. A good 3-1 win. 3 goals in the first half from Rodri with the header at the first. I think Gundogan was the second one and Riyad Mahrez with the penalty. Erling Haaland turning creator for Gundogan's goal. He can create as well as score. He's 4 times the assist of Harry Kane this season, so what are we saying there? Another reason for why we played a lot better was players that may have been in different form recently, especially like KDB, slowly but surely getting back on track last game. He was playing some good vertical balls into Haaland. That's how Gundogan scored the first run. That's how we played Alvarez in the second half. He almost got Phil Foden through for a ball like that as well, making those good runs in between the centre back and right back from Mahrez to find him, although he overhit the first one and he scuffed the second one. But those are the movements that you kind of want to see from Kevin De Bruyne and the balls he was playing. He's slowly but surely getting back on track. He didn't have as bad of a performance as he has been recently. He had a good performance, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, Kevin De Bruyne getting back on track. Rodri making up for his mistake at Spurs with that headed goal. Yeah, Akanji, I'll talk about him later, but players delivering as well as the right players being picked. A slightly different style of formation than the 3-2 we've been seeing recently. These all put together is why we had a better performance, I think anyway. A point I mentioned there is when we're playing vertically, we seem a lot better. That seemed the case. It's how we got the Gundogan goal. It's how Gundogan's second goal was disallowed as well with the whole Haaland running into Martinez thing. That was another vertical ball. I don't know if it was from Kevin De Bruyne, but it was another straight vertical ball to him. We should switch up sometimes and just do that just to create some chaos, as we've seen there. And as I said, the Alvarez chance and Foden almost got through as well. So less of this pointless, well, not less of this, but it's a switch up from the pointless passing from side to side. Oh, that sometimes just doesn't work and becomes very monotonous. Playing vertically through the lines at times, like say once a guy gets played ball from the centre back when they're in the centre back, don't always just bounce it back to them to keep the ball moving. Maybe just sometimes turning it and fire the ball through like Kevin De Bruyne did for Gundogan's first goal. Playing vertically is a good way of just creating chances and getting back to our best, really. That's Kevin De Bruyne's bread and butter, playing vertically as well as those inside half spaces, crossed it to back post or fizzing it from the byline. Playing vertically through the centre is a specialty of Kevin De Bruyne, and if we're going to get to our best, we're going to have to be exploiting Kevin De Bruyne for all he's good for. Playing to the best of his abilities is what I meant. Another good sign of this performance is that we actually created a good few chances in this game. Our expected goals was like 3.94 something to, I think it was like 0 point something for Aston Villa, but yeah, we definitely deserved the win. We didn't fluke it this time. It wasn't like fluky goals or just because of individual brilliance, like some moments of magic, like a long range shot or something like that. The Gundogan goal was good play from Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne. Haaland's speed for that, woo! That was ridiculous. Played it on his right foot as well. Fake shot on his left onto his right, fizzed across the box. That was good play to set up Gundogan. Gundogan should have scored a second one as well. Martinez with a good save, or he should have laid it off to Erling Haaland to score. So that's at least two very good chances. One scored, one missed. So that's two very big chances created, which has been a problem we've had recently. We just haven't created nothing at all. Could have we created more though? Two of our goals came from set pieces, and I think a lot of our threat came from set pieces. I think it was like 3 corners and a penalty were a lot of our chances though. The Rodri goal, for example, Grealish's volley, another example. Haaland scuffed a shot over the bar from a flicked on corner, and then the penalty. That's 4 chances created from set pieces. So maybe we did create a lot of chances, but maybe a lot of them were from set pieces. So maybe we have to focus on developing chance creation methods from open play just to get to the peak of our abilities. Peak City creates a lot of chances from open play as well as set pieces. Relying on set pieces is not a thing we should be doing. Should be getting back to creating lots of chances from open play like the 2 I mentioned from Gundogan. Yes. First half was a lot different to the second half. Obviously 3 goals in the first, 1 conceded in the second, none scored in the second. Pep, of course, preferred the second half compared to the first. I don't know why, to be honest. Maybe just have more control of the game or something. We probably kept more possession in the second half, but we still conceded in the second half. We didn't in the first half. So I don't know what he's on about, to be honest. Maybe he just seen the goals in the first half actually came from set pieces with the penalty and the corner. But still, we're pretty sure we created more in the first half. We did play some good through balls from Kevin for the Alves, and the one that almost reached Foden. Kevin De Bruyne from the right wing, looping round the back, just behind their left-sided centre back, into the centre forward positions. Maybe he's thinking of them, and on the break as well, Gundogan fizzes out to Jack Grealish, who I think clipped it in for Alvarez to cross and just was blocked. Maybe he's thinking of those chances, that those are actually chances created from open play. Like I've been saying, maybe he's thinking we created more chances from open play in the second half than compared to the first. Although we scored more in the first half, 2 of them were from set pieces. Maybe he's just thinking we actually created more in the second half from open play, which would suggest you actually are playing better, but fans are just going to think we scored 3 and conceded none in the first half and didn't score in the second half and conceded 1. Well, to be fair, Pep's got to think of all these things. We don't. We just see the goals. We like goals, but he's got to think of much more than that. Maybe there's something deeper to it. Like I said, we might have created more chances from open play. I'm not too sure. That's just a guess from off the top of my head, but we still conceded. We conceded a good few, actually. Conceded a goal, for example, and then they smacked the crossbar too. Edison made a good save from Coutinho, and he also sprang out to make another good save from someone else. So they actually created a lot more, I think, in that second half as well. The only thing in the first half was within like the first minute or so when I think Ali Watkins played it into Leon Bailey like straight away. I think that's the only chance I remember the first half, but yeah. Of course Pep prefers the second to the first. The bold man he is. But yeah, we'll have to deal with it. But he's learning anyway. He's learning. He can't be perfect all the time. He's been on a bad run of form recently. He's getting back to his ways. He's put in the right players today, and we won the game, so we let him off. A few negatives now. Akanji coming in. Yeah, I thought the hate on him was a little unwarranted earlier on in the season, but I may be starting to realise why he was getting some negativity towards him. He is our 5th choice centre back. Let's not forget that. We forget that just because Pep plays him so much, and he's a favourite. He has done very well for a 40 million 5th choice centre back coming in. Like, he's done very well. That would have been a youth player that would have had to play in a lot of the games. So Akanji has done very well. A good signing, but He is starting to get found out. I know Bernardo lost the ball for the goal, but Akanji did well to come across, but then he didn't come across enough. He must have just felt that enough defenders had come back around him. He should have came across a little bit more, maybe to block the shot. And then for when they smacked the crossbar, he was at fault, kind of at fault for that as well. He got out-jumped, out-muscled by Ollie Watkins. He seems to get out-jumped quite a bit for such a big, tall lad. He seems to get out-muscled and out-jumped quite a bit, which is a little bit of a worry. It's something that you wouldn't really notice. He doesn't make big blunders, but these small things, not coming across enough for Ollie Watkins. He could have blocked that shot. Maybe he was just worried about leaving too much room on the inside in case he dummied him. Who knows? Then getting that muscle, like I said, it's these small things. Pep obviously should be seeing it. If I could see it, he could see it. But yeah, these small things should be picked up on. Also, a little thing on Grealish. I thought he played alright. He had a few nice dink balls to the back post. Actually, some of them were just a bit wild. I think Alvarez did well to get on one of them. He won the penalty. He died. He did very well to win the penalty. I think Roy Keane was talking about it. He was on about everyone. All the other commentators was like pretty much insinuating he dived in that, but Roy Keane had a bit of a smile on his face. I think deep down he loved that little bit of dark arts from Jack to win the penalty and kind of buy the penalty from the ref. I think Roy Keane quite liked that. I thought he was about to break out smile. He didn't want to though, but I think deep down he liked Jack Grealish winning that foul for his team. Like Grealish had a nice shot as well, saved by Martinez. I kind of wanted him to do that a bit more, cut inside on his right. There was plenty of times when he wasn't doubled up on that he kind of brought it down the line and crossed on his left foot when he could have cut inside and tried curling one at goal. And it did well for the time he did it. So I just wanted him to do that a little bit more. That's something that his replacement would probably do. So like Kvaratskhelia or Rafael, they'd cut inside and go for a goal. I want to see a little bit more from him, especially when he's not doubled up on. When he gets those chances 1-on-1, he has to be taking advantage of him like that. Taking advantage of him. So yeah, just a little negative on him, but I think he had a decent game. Phil Foden coming back as well. That's a little bit of positive news. He didn't do too much, but just the fact that he's back in the team is good news. Ruben Diaz, solid as a rock. Oh, I've missed him. We've all missed him. He's just, especially over Akanji, the difference is ridiculous. Like Ruben Diaz, that challenge on Leon Bailey, just absolutely crunched him, but got the ball, fair tackle, but it was Vincent Kompany-esque. It's what we've missed in this back four. Akanji definitely would have backed off, that's for sure. But yeah, Ruben Diaz went off with a yellow, not an injury. He's definitely in for the Arsenal game, so because Pep wouldn't have taken him off otherwise. So I'm hopeful. Diaz back in for the Arsenal game. He's back. He's here to stay. That gives the whole back four a lot more confidence. Gives the fans a lot more confidence. Yeah. Hopefully Laporte partners alongside him, but Ake would probably play because Ake's been great recently. He's very in favour with Pep. But yeah, that's for the next video. I'll go run through the Aston game then. Also, a little bit of the penalty taker thing when the penalty was getting taken. I think Erling Haaland is the first choice penalty taker. He's been taking them all season. But I don't know what about Mahrez. I don't know, Haaland may have looked a bit ticked off when he didn't get it. But then once Mahrez scored, he was all smiles. But Haaland has to be taking them. We need him. We want him to break records. I'm sure he wants to break records. He should be the first penalty taker all day, every day. Even Pep said himself. Haaland's got to be on this penalty. We got records to come for. Mahrez ain't breaking our because that was his 5th Premier goal this season. Haaland's on 25. That would have been his 26th. Yeah, Haaland for penalty takers from now on. No one else. Don't care. So yeah, Man City 3, Aston Villa 1. Good game. Good performance. Formation is getting there. The right personnel were included today. All smiles all around. Yeah. Positive really. And yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.